that way. Hi. What's going on? Welcome back to another reading review. It's been a whole month with these nails, and they are starting to die, finally. Super cute nails, though. My son picked them out for Mother's Day. I know it's like kind of not the same color, but it's close to the same color. So they're cute. So cute. Very excited. Anyway, super off topic. Still look a little rough, but bear with me. Good days and bad days. This month I read 16 books, and let's get to it. The first one is a educational, not for sale book, so you can't get it. It is a paperback book. It's probably for sale now, but it was a dissertation turned book about the Vikings. Very good, very short, very cute. Loved some of, like, very educational, like some of the examples of things about the book, and like clothing. It covers a full biography of like what they like, necklaces. My husband has that now, the Thor hammer. Different artwork, different different belief systems. It breaks down into the Norse gods and things like that. It also talks about like their clothing, their coins, all of that. Very, very interesting. Ignore the sticker. That would be Leslie when she's super tired. She puts a sticker on the wrong book. Anyway, yeah, solid 4 out of 5. Very educational. I love that it's short and to the point instead of like very fluffed out. For more cultural biographies, I like the short and to the points. However, I do know that things like German history, Austrian history, things like that would probably be very fluffed out, given like things like World War II. But for the Vikings, very, very educational, very interesting, solid 4 out of 5. The next one is A House Between Earth and the Moon, by Rebecca Skirm. So sorry, Rebecca. Anyway, this is in the point of view of multiple characters, very ensemble characters, about I feel like it's very Hail Mary vibes. There is something that is killing the sun, and in turn killing the earth, and the guy is studying it. He's the only person that's figured it out. And what he does, he gets sent to this thing, this like luxury civilization that is going to be open to billionaires, to solve the problem about certain people surviving the death of the earth and the sun, if they can't solve the problem about the earth and the sun dying because of these organisms. Instead of them fixing the problem, they're just shipping the rich people off to continue civilization. And so it's a split. It's between the time of the family members of the people who are on this luxury outer space station, trying to build it and everything, and their family members on Earth, and just how the experience is split up, how no one's really trying to solve the problem except this one guy, politics, corporate overthrow, control, different point of views, both emotional and physical, and like power trips, and just like so many other things happening at once. It's a really good book. It is a very complicated book, bounces all over the place, and you don't really know who you're about to read about. They're just normal chapters, and then you just kind of have to guess which one of the people of the ensemble you're reading about instead of it telling you at the top, which I think would have been a very easy solve. All in all, it's about a 3.5 out of 5. It's not great. Definitely Hail Mary's better, but this is a really good like sub for it. The next one is an Indigenous and Black mix book called Probably Ruby. Phenomenal representation for both. It is about Ruby. She's a very interesting character. She's a very interesting person. I like the sub characters better. She's trying to find herself. She's trying to find her heritage. She's kind of been left in the dust, and she's been living off survival instincts in society for a very long time. And she's just trying to make it day by day, while also trying to learn about her family and herself and her Indigenous culture and friends who are both Indigenous and Black, and then their relationship with white people and their relationship with other Indigenous people who think that they're not Indigenous enough or need to be more Indigenous, and then her finding her way in life. It's very coming of age. She was adopted by white people, by white parents, and then she goes in search of her family and her history, while also trying to be respectful of the family that she currently has. It's a solid like 3.5 out of 5. The front is gorgeous. The writing is all over the place in my opinion, but it might also just be because I don't really like the main character. Like Ruby is kind of insufferable at times, and it really annoys me. Not all the time, but like she could be better. Anyway, yeah. The next one is The Girl Who Fell from the Sky. It's just really pretty. This is also a biracial book about coping with society, basically. Like what the main character, I don't really know how to explain this book. Okay, so the main character is young. She's struggling to find her way, her place in society, while also standing out and being her own person. And there's a big family tragedy that happens in it, and people have their opinions of the tragedy that directly involves her, and it's just her way of navigating how to be true to herself while also standing out, while also fitting in, because she doesn't fit in a certain place. She doesn't really know what to do or how to handle herself or how to survive, and she doesn't know what class she's supposed to be in. She doesn't know what neighborhood she should be in. She doesn't know what friends group she should be in, and it's really just a coming of age, a beautiful coming of age book. It's about 4 out of 5 for that one. The next one is a little bitty book by Lilly Singh called Be a Triangle. No offense to Lilly Singh, but celebrities need to stop writing self-help books. I was given this as a gift, so I did the common courtesy of reading it. It's very short. That's fine. It's fine, guys. Like, I'm not even giving it a 3. It's like a 2.5 out of 5. Like, I read this in like less than an hour. I was bored out of my mind. There were a few funny parts. That's about it. Don't waste your time. I'm sorry, Lilly. Just not worth it. It's a cute little throwaway bathroom book, I guess. Whatever. The next one, absolutely love. Think it's hilarious. Phenomenal book. Everyone should read it. Isn't this a cute cover too? It's about him. It's about him. Unfortunately, he has passed since. This is a much older book. But it's a beautiful, beautiful book. And it's Hendrik Groen. He's old. He's an elderly man. He's 83 and a half or 3/4 or whatever. He's almost 84. And this is like his diary. And he like he has a club called the Not Dead, Old But Not Dead Club. And he lives in a assisted living. And it's basically his day-to-day, like his point of view. Hot weather always brings a spike of death among the elderly. The weatherman is predicting 91 degrees. I hope I make it through the day. It's humorous and like a little bit self-deprecating, but also like positive and outspoken there. And it's broken up in a whole year, including his birthday. But it's beautiful too, because it's really a deep dive into growing old, and when you're at the end of your life or closer to the end of your life, just how someone who's lost so much still survives while being positive and realistic at the same time. And it's really, really cute. A solid 4.5 out of 5. The next 4 books, really 2 out of the 4, but this one is None Shall Sleep. Fan-freaking-tastic, you guys. And I'm not a big thriller book girly. So it's about 2 teenagers who are recruited by the FBI. Sorry, I gotta scratch my nose and I don't want to do it on screen. 2 teenagers who are recruited by the FBI, and they get they interview juvenile killers, and they like provide information on the juvenile killers cases. So it's like these 2 like detective type FBI peoples, but they're teenagers. And then they develop like their friendship, and lots of stuff. But anyway, they're like working to solve this case, and they have to turn to one of like a really like notorious, like famous teenage sociopath. And it gets super complicated, and it's basically like crime solving teenagers, but like whole bunch more than just that happens. And it's so good. It's so good. I'm definitely reading the rest of the series. I think there's 3 or 4 in the book, in the series. It's 5 stars. So great. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Next is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm okay. So this is also in a series. This is a YA like fantasy dystopian meets royals and intrigue book. It was pretty okay. Definitely got romance in there, because it's like a big portion of the book is like the complexities against these 2 main characters, and like how it ends up being romantic. I think this is the first of either 2 or 3 books in the series. It was a solid, good read. It was okay. I do really like the gold shininess. It's beautiful. And you know, usually I don't keep the jackets, but it's really just a plain black book, so there's really not much. But yeah, like 3.5, 4 out of 5, I guess. Okay, the next 2 are authors that I met when I went to the Louisiana Book Festival in 2025. And I got like signatures and bookmarks. You guys, I love me some bookmarks. Okay, and these are beautiful bookmarks. These are the 2 main characters of the next book. And I got the book is signed by not just the author, but the illustrator. And this is called What Happened to Us. They're former best friends, and they survive a attack on America, and they're trapped in a Cold War era fallout bunker. And then I think it's 500 days. 500 days after the bunker. It's just such a beautiful book. 500 days after the attack, they emerge to a like desolate, you can't see me, a desolate wasteland, and they have to survive. And it's a very complicated, a lot more emotional, a lot harder. This is the first book. It's so good. And I would really love to interview them. I like how it tells you in parentheses, like the other book didn't have the people, so I really appreciate that it has that. There's a little bit of, there's like an illustration on every, what they call episode and chapter. It's beautifully done. It's technically YA, but it is very, very heavy. They get into some very difficult conversations, and they have very drastically different point of views because they are such drastically different people. But I really, really think that everyone should read this. This is What Happened to Us. Can you see the name? Ian T. M. Mungle. Is so pretty. And that's a 4 out of 5, solid. And then the other one is book 1 of The Blood of Velho, Vengeance of Love by Lori O, I think. I don't know if it's Lori O in all one or if it's Lori O or it's Lori O. Anyway. Mina's the last of her kind. She's the sole survivor of a city that was once blessed by the god and brought to ruin. And then she's lived with one purpose since then, to hunt down the man responsible for for the slaughter of her people. And then she like meets them, and then despite everything, she bonds with them, and it's really good. It's a beautiful cover book. I will say the eyes creep me out a little bit, but the rest of it is really pretty. Very quick read. It's like 280 pages. I met both of these authors. This is another 4 out of 5, by the way. I met both of these authors. They were so sweet. She said she'd be interested in an interview, so she might be our next up. So very exciting. But yeah. So that is all of this month's books. So I will see y'all next month, and I hope you'll have a great rest of this month. Bye. I'll have different nails next time, I promise. Maybe not. We'll figure it out. I really like these nails.